kissing Doris.
Oh, jeez, Benny.
What a bit more, Benny. Doris ain't interested. Now sit the fuck down or get out.
You ready to order something, honey?
I ain't sure.
Well, we ain't a charity, mister.
Yeah, give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay, Benny. Joe, over here.
What the fuck's all the
Got
ruckus,
gun, Joe?
boss?
Come on. Get down, Joe.
I swear I can see something moving in there. Can't see jack.
Try to sneak up on me.
Killing's a funny thing, kid. It can be the easiest of things and can also be the hardest. If you think of your target as a father, brother, son, even for a second, you're a dead man.
Here he is! Get behind
I was no stranger to guns, even in the early days. I've been to war, seeing guys die right in front of me by my own hand. For me, shooting
When I
and
reached the
dropping
junkyard,
guys-
more Weasel Walt's redneck goons were waiting for me. I just couldn't fucking understand why someone wanted me dead so badly.
Nick, suck my balls. Yes, because you're gay. Yes, because
So much
you're
for
gay.
redneck cunning.
No, You can see it very clearly. You can see it very clearly.
When I reached the guns,
You say. You says who? Your own is blocked by your fucking stomach. Yeah, I can.
Fine.
Yeah, so I can too.
Wald and his boys are no good thieves and liars.
I
Go
see,
give 'em
man.
what they deserve, son.
whoever
I
had sent these
see,
guys
man.
to look after me wasn't taking any chances. Seemed like half of fucking New York's wise guys had turned out just to see I didn't make it through the day alive.
Jerk off.
Put it on your gravestone, prick. Hey, you there!
So, at last, I reached the swamp.
You saw.
Well, like a lot of guys back then, I'd signed up for the war, but I wasn't no patriot. I had different reasons. Things hadn't been going so well that day, and I'd been separated from the rest of my platoon. I was trying to catch up to them, but those fucking rat tunnels were crawling with Charlie. Ever tell you my brother Petey had been in Nam? Oh, yeah. He'd been the heroic type. True patriot. Yeah, he signed up as soon as he got the chance. Me, I wasn't in any such fucking hurry. And then one day I come home to find my mother in tears. She was shaking all over, holding a picture of Petey. Patriotism had gotten him killed. Nah, I wasn't a patriot. I was there purely for revenge. When I eventually caught up with the platoon, they'd taken heavy losses and were coming under some pretty heavy fire.
Hey! Keep your head! Use the grenade!
That
Hey, wait up, man, right behind you.
When I reached the village, the Viet Cong were dug in pretty tight. Huey was on its way, but we knew there was no way it was going to land in the middle of all that fucking crossfire. No way. Now, if we wanted out of there, we were going to have to clear the area hut by hut.
No? Yes?
So, like, you ever tried running when you're waist deep in leech-infested mud? It's fucking impossible. I tell you, when the bullets start flying, you're a sitting duck. And stay down, you inbred son of a bitch. To make matters worse, this whole fucking swamp was home to some pretty ugly gators.
Hey, Italian stallion. Some of this you can breathe with my legs.
Shit, I hope this thing's already eaten.
Yeah? Buy me Desktop
Ain't gonna let me pass, Doctor.
music kits.
By the time I
Take him down, boys. Nothing I tell you.
Oh, what the fuck does this guy want? Holy fuck, can't you give a guy a break? I couldn't believe it. The truck was right there in front of me, but this fucking chop had me pinned down tight. What I couldn't figure out back then was just who the hell had gone to all this trouble. I mean, just why the fuck would someone want to kill nobody like me?
Yes.
You are surrounded. Come on with your hands up.
The Fed snipers had taken up these high positions around the yard, and they were just too fucking far away for the shotgun to be of any use. Best I could hope for was to keep out of their sights and get to the gates in one piece. Need to keep ducking and diving, Joey. So far, so good. Thing is, this wasn't exactly a normal Fed operation. The guys on the ground were definitely not Feds. I recognized them. They were from the Corelli clan. At the time, I figured that the Feds had been using the Corellis just to get to us. I guess they figured there was no point their own men dying when they could kill two birds with one stone. Well, they weren't going to kill this fucking bird,
But
I
I'm
can tell
gonna
you
go
that.
sleep. I'm going to sleep now.
Shit.
Snipers, commence fire. Snipers, hold fire.
Sleep.
Ground, go, go, go.
Yeah.
And then eggs turned up.
No. I have school tomorrow at 8. Yeah.
At last, I found...
Yeah, I know.
Use the gravestones as cover.
Okay, I can show you tomorrow.
How they
Okay.
found out where to go was, I don't really know. I'm guessing they must have been tailing me for some
Yeah,
time.
bye.
Bury this fuck. Fuck them over, guys. Take cover. Go get him, boys.
You know, I recognized some of the guys this morning. They used to work for Philip. I guess they had a change of heart. Stupid fucks.
They're gonna be soaking you up with a sponge.
Joey, Place was cool.
Trick. And the dive, Aurora.
Hey, Tom, I'm gonna check what paper we got in the loading bay.
These guys were covering each other's backs. If I hadn't been extra careful that day, I'd have been sent back to Philly in a body bag. As it turned out, they made it easy for me. So much for the old man's security. There were more of the old man's goons up on the balconies, but they were just as fucking stupid as the ones before. Place was crawling.
Hey, Tom, I'm gonna check what paper we got in the loading bay.
These guys were covering each other's backs. If I hadn't been extra careful that day, I'd have been sent back to Philly in a body bag. As it turned out, they made it easy for me. So much for the old man's security. There were more of the old man's goons up on the balcony, but they were just as fucking stupid as the ones before. Place was crawling with...
You guys!
Hey, Tom, I'm gonna check what paper we got in the loading bay. Should be enough for...
These guys were covering each other's backs. If I hadn't been extra careful that day, I'd have been sent back to Philly in a body bag.
Trick. And the dive, Aurora.
As it turned out, they made it easy for me. So much for the old man's security. There were more of the old man's goons up on the balconies, but they were just as fucking stupid as the ones before. There was no fucking way I'd gotten that far without someone realizing what was going on, so the way I figured it, the sneaking around shit ended right there. It was time for some good old-fashioned violence. There was no fucking way I'd gotten that far without someone realizing what was going on, so the way I figured it, the sneaking around shit ended right there. It was time for some good old-fashioned violence. In truth, the Skybridge should have been a fucking bloodbath. If they were gonna stop me anywhere, it should have been there. But, you know, a few hapless grunts were the only ones there to greet me. That was where the old man made his biggest mistake. Dad and trust in Philly, of course.
It's taking off!
I gotta admit, I was expecting more trouble than this, but I guess that the old man had pulled back most of his guys closer to the office to protect his skinny white ass. The old Don's office was just off one of the walkways above. I knew this is where he was gonna make his last stand. This was where his guys would be waiting for me. This place... Feds had themselves up on the first floor of the building overlooking Philly's place in Little Italy, room 106. And the hookers, they were just helping the feds get through those long stakeouts away from the bureau. And there...
Oh, man. I just had that girl over in 101. Who the fuck? Free!
I told you before, I thought the feds were using the Corellis to get to us. Well, it wasn't that way at all. I found out later that the Corellis were the ones in the driver's seat.
And then the shit really hit the fan. The door out of the room had been fucking locked, and the only way out of there was up to the rooftops.
We never...
At the time, I wasn't sure which would be worse, getting caught by the feds, having to tell Philly that his message had been a little louder than he wanted it to be. At the time, I wasn't sure which would be worse, getting caught by the feds, having to tell Philly that his message had been a little louder than he wanted it to be.
Come on, then.
Come on, Joey, keep calm. Get across the rooftops into the next building.
That's it.
Guys ain't gonna go anytime soon. Philly found out later that a deal had gone down between some bent feds and the Corelli family. The feds were on the take, and the Corellis were the ones doing the paying.
Get him! Get him!
It was time to get off the roof. Feds were all over the place, and if I didn't give them the slip soon, I was gonna run out of whatever luck I had left.
You're dead.
Fuckers out, then it's out of here, Joey. When I got back to... Well, it was clearly time to get the fuck out of there. Jade was obviously not willing to negotiate, and we hadn't exactly turned up expecting a war. When Jade's father, Chun-Li, had run things, he'd always told the line. Always paid his dues. He didn't have any interest in making enemies out of the family. But Jade, now, she was a different fucking prospect altogether. Oh, she had big plans for the triad. There was no problem telling us exactly when we weren't welcome. It's time to conduct some negotiations. See, Jade was an American, born. It's not too often I found myself on the wrong side of a bar, but she had as much right
for that day, I was willing to make
short
an exception.
She was becoming a big fucking problem. Come on, Joey. Fucks.
See? This is what happens when you fuck with us.
Keep it up.
And then after I... Fuck. Tommy and me went way back. He'd started with Philly's crew about the same time I did. When I told him I had to get the money to pay off Philly's contact, Tommy had batting an eyelid. Tommy was a good guy.
Tonight's show is about to start.
One of the best.
Your information once the show has started, there will be no further
Yeah. Just like those bent feds before them, these guys were all gonna take.
You hear that? So long.
Come on, Tommy, keep up. Stay with me, Tommy. Come on, keep moving, buddy.
Do you see him?
Come on, Tommy, keep up.
recommend that the exit beside the rear of the auditorium will allow you easier access to the parking area. Thank you.
We managed to collect more than 60 grand that night. Enough for Philly's contact and a little left over for the guys and me. It was a pity Tammy never got to see so much as a dime, but it wasn't the time to mourn just yet.
Joey, get me the fuck out of here!
Keep your head down, hey, boss. They're over by the bar.
Get up to the bar! Over there!
Shoot that shit out of the way so I can get a clear shot.
Oh, give me your best shot, bucko!
In his day, Philly was formidable. No fucking surprise that the old Don kept him as close as he did. And sure as Philly had gotten older, he put on a few pounds, but absolutely no one fucked with Philly Pies Lombardi. Not unless they were fucking stupid.
Where are you, rolling, yellow bastard? Take me through the kitchens, out to the alley. Let's go, move it, come on! Jesus Christ, we're all one fucking tree.
Philly hadn't really trusted the other families, but by calling for a truce, he put the ball firmly in their court. Were they with us or against us? They made that choice now, and Philly Lombardi was going to make them pay.
Get on with it.
Come on, Philly, head all the way backstage to the kitchen. Head all the way backstage to the kitchen.
Stop getting killed, you idiots.
You hear that?
Yeah, in his younger days, Philly had done a lot of heavy work. Contract killings and the like. I don't think even he knows how many people he's killed. Some say it's 20 on purpose, or maybe just a few more when he got angry. I tell you, Philly gets angry a lot.
Bloodbath in there.
Anyone who comes through that door gets it.
Shit. Oh, listen. Fuck, kid, you fired first.
The only weakness I've ever known Philly to have is for kids. When Eggs' father disappeared years ago, Philly took both him and his mother in. Yeah. You see, Diana, Philly's wife, couldn't have kids, so he raised Eggs like he was his own son.
This ain't over.
And Johnny means a lot to him.
There's Barola.
So why did he take me to chat to Charlie's that day and not Eggs? Maybe Eggs was too dear to Philly, or maybe just knew that Eggs couldn't cut it. I don't know. Sure as hell he never asked. At the end of the day, I was just doing my job.
Cops are here, Barola. Down this alleyway.
So the other family...
Stay here. I don't want anyone leaving this building.
Very impressive, Mr. Varola. You just can't find staff nowadays.
Jade, get your ass out here now. You owe us, and I'm here to collect.
I owe you and that pathetic fat man you call a boss nothing.
Jade obviously had no plans to pay up, so I was gonna have to do this the hard way.
小心。
Is that it? Is that all you got?
Not quite, Mr. Varela. You're a very persistent man, Mr. Varela. I'll give you that. But you have definitely outstayed your welcome.
Some fucking welcome. This room was...
Now, Mr. Varela, there's no need to take out your anger on helpless inanimate objects.
How careless.
Your meeting, and you can have your meeting. I said you can have your meeting.
So that's how you get Vietnamese gold into New York. You zip it up in a body bag, throw it in a casket, and voila, one dead and nameless GI destined for cavalry. But why the gold was ever buried, I don't know.
Can't take it, me, huh?
Sergeant, I'll hold them off in here.
Get over here now, soldier! That's an order! Get on the M60, soldier, and mow these bastards down! Let's march, coming!
I ain't going home in no body bag.
I mean, let's face it, who'd ever go and fucking bury a fortune in gold on purpose? Nah, I think at some point the plan must have gone all wrong. Somebody got greedy or somebody talked, and they'd have done better keeping their mouth shut. I don't know. But the fact remains that it ended up 6 feet under. Truth is, I don't think I'll ever know why the gold ended up getting fucking buried, but it did. Anyway, I don't really care. care, but as far as I'm concerned, it belongs to the family now. That's all I need to know. It's just a pity Johnny doesn't see it that way. Remember I told you before that Philly had taken in eggs as a kid when his father disappeared? Well, that's not exactly the whole truth. See, Johnny's dad had been a two-bit mobster trying to put on a $100 smile. He'd always been in Philly's shadow, and he didn't really like it. So one day, after a whole lot of vino, he told Philly exactly what he thought of him. Well, it was the last fucking thing he ever did. See, Eggs is just like his old man. He's filled with the same self-doubt and insecurity his father was. It's in his fucking blood. So when he laid eyes on the gold, I can just imagine what thoughts started running through his head. He thinks the gold is his way out. Instead, it's gonna be the death of him. Johnny's never stopped thinking about what we saw that day. When he talked about his future, he hadn't really meant our future. In his mind, the future he talked about, the gold, was all his. Until that flashback to need to find a way up to Jade's apartment. She must have a private elevator around here somewhere.
Mr. Barola, what do you think you're going to achieve by walking in here like this? I think you've had enough fun. Guards, dispose of this fool!
I needed to know.
You hear that?
Hear what?
Exactly. It's too fucking quiet.
Look, I don't like this either, but Philly says this guy's a good fella.
Hey, Joe, you really trust eggs?
Just shut the fuck up and keep your eyes open, Paul. I mean, he was right, of course. We shouldn't have trusted eggs. If a dim-witted fucker like Paul... Thing is, if it had been the easy job Egg said it was gonna be, then he'd have been in there instead of me and the guys. He'd have been there to conclude the deal with the arms dealer. The fact that he wasn't spoke fucking volumes to me. I don't know, to be honest, I suppose we knew we were walking into a trap, but I had to know if Johnny had turned bad. I needed to see it for myself, you know? If he could betray the man who'd saved his worthless fucking life, then he wouldn't think twice about betraying the whole family. I needed to know for sure.
Rock and roll! Lock and load!
Well, after the... At first, I didn't know for sure that Eggs was there that morning, but this thing had his stench all over it. You know, it's funny, I've been thinking about Johnny just before the first attack. How he'd have reacted if he knew I got to the goal first. You know, as a kid, the thing that made Johnny different was his temper. You know, when he got angry, he'd just do crazy things. He was more reckless back then. He never shied away from the fight, regardless of the odds. Anyway, for some reason I can't remember now, Johnny told me he'd gotten into a fight with a neighborhood gang. And during the fight, some fucker had cracked him over the head with a metal pipe, put him in the hospital for weeks. Anybody who'd seen Johnny fight said his brains must have been scrambled to try and take on a whole street gang. And when he was released from the hospital, everybody started calling him Johnny Scrambled Eggs Biondo. You know what? I think after that fight, something in Johnny changed. That recklessness was gone. He'd become scared and never got over it. Yeah, sure, everybody was real wary of him from then on, but I mean, everybody was scared of Johnny, but to tell you the truth, the fight had just gone out of him.
So that was...
I was even starting to... I never thought I'd see the fucking day when the families would stoop so low as to consort with the triad, but like I said before, they gotten weak, and even they had started to realize that the balance of power had shifted, but not in their favor.
Joey, the M60! Slow these fuckers down!
Philly had wanted me to send another one of what he called his little messages, but this time it was to the triad. I mean, he didn't really give a fuck about the other families anymore. He knew where the real threat came from. First on my hit list was the triad boss. He decided to make a stand in the store.
You! Go take this fucker out! Holy shit! Protect me, you fools!
Didn't take much to take care of him.
Hey, boss!
Play down.
The security door's
This guy was one of the capos. One of his goons was trying to bash down a door to let him out. I had to finish him before he got away. So much for him. I can't say I was exactly surprised that Johnny was fraternizing with the Chinese. I mean, he might be a fucking coward, but he ain't stupid. If they're so obviously trying to kill me, he had nobody else to run to.
Guy's still alive, boss. We gotta get you out of here.
By the time I reached the last capo, he practically shit his pants and was trying to get out down the fire escape. Needless to say, he didn't get away either. After and that's
locked the gates. How the hell do I get into this place? Huh. This'll do nicely. Now I wonder where Johnny's taking the gold.
Guess you guys knew I was on my way, huh?
Oh, so go.
Come on out, Johnny. I'm here to collect. You fuckers are just lining up to die today.
Great, they locked the gates. Now how the hell do I get into this place? Huh. This'll do nicely. Ah, New York. What a view. Now I wonder where Johnny's taking the gold.
Guess you guys knew I was on my way, huh? Come on out, Johnny. I'm here to collect. You fuckers are just lining up to die today.
Now, where's that switch? Ah, here we go. They really shouldn't leave this kind of stuff lying around. Someone could get hurt. stinks. And it's not just the fish. Locked in again. This is getting tedious, Johnny. See what's happening to your friends, Johnny? I'd hate to see the same happen to you. Quickly! Let him go! He's coming! Johnny, and he ain't gonna be fucking happy. Oh, Johnny, you fucking idiot.
It's over. Let's go.
By the time the cops turned up, we were out of there.
Even now in heaven there were angels carrying savage weapons.